Not unto us, O Lord, but to thy name give glory. Psalm 115. The Autonomous Grand Priory of the United States of America presents an introduction to the Sovereign Military Order of the Temple of Jerusalem and the Knights Templar. The story begins in 1118, after the First Crusade. The Knights Templar were created by a group of French knights to provide protection for Christian pilgrims and the defense of the Holy Land against barbarian aggressors. For 200 years, the good deeds done by these poor knights of Christ and their successors became legendary. The order grew in strength and prospered during the Crusades until those jealous of its financial power violently overthrew it. The order's properties were confiscated and many of its leaders were executed, including Grand Master Jacques de Molay, scattering the Knights Templar abroad. The original order of the Temple disappeared from the pages of history with the death of its leaders. However, the Templar spirit survived. Saint Bernard de Clairvaux said, "A Templar knight is truly a fearless knight, for his soul is protected by the armor of faith, just as his body is protected by the armor of steel. He is thus doubly armed, and need fear neither demons nor men." The modern order of the Temple resurfaced at the close of the French Revolution, led by Bernard Raymond Fabre-Palaprat, with the support of the Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. A product of the Age of Enlightenment, Fabre-Palaprat saw Templarism as a synonym for help, decency, dedication, and chivalrous behavior. Today, the Sovereign Military Order of the Temple of Jerusalem is a world-class order of chivalry with royal and religious patrons. A knighthood for accomplished men and women who possess high ethical and moral principles and wish to carry on the rich traditions of the Knights Templar. There are more than 30 priories or local chapters across the United States. We are the largest Templar order in the world and the only Templar order recognized in special consultative status by the United Nations. Our objectives are: as Templars, first and foremost, seeking God in our lives, keeping the road to Jerusalem open for worshipers of all faiths, preserving a Christian presence in the Holy Land, providing scholarships and vocational training for Christian students in the Holy Land. More than 50 scholarships from the priories support education at the Franciscan Terra Santa School in Ramla, Israel. At Sister Martha's Orthodox School for Girls in Bethany. And at the Episcopal Vocational Technical School in Ramallah, West Bank. and fostering interfaith understanding. All Templars feel a special connection to Jerusalem, the holy city, central to the history and theology of the world's three great religions. Templars take an annual pilgrimage to the Holy Land, walking in the footsteps of our Master. Kneel and meditate at the Grotto of the Annunciation in Nazareth. Imagine the glory of the first Christmas in the shepherd's fields of Bethlehem. Follow the Lord to Bethany beyond the Jordan, where John the Baptist preached. Stand on the banks of the sacred river Jordan, immersing yourself in its cool, cleansing waters. And the Spirit drove him into the desert, to the Mount of Temptation. Travel then to Cana, and renew your wedding vows at the church commemorating Christ's first miracle. Walk the placid shores of the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus called his disciples. Climb aboard the Jesus boat, a replica of a first-century fishing vessel. Be there as they cast the net on the other side. Visit Capernaum, home of Jesus' Galilean ministry, and see the remains of the house of Simon Peter. Ascend Mount Tabor, traditional site of the Transfiguration of the Lord. Hear the Gospel of John in the upper room, site of the Last Supper and the day of Pentecost. Retrace the anguished steps of our Lord along the way of sorrows, praying at the 14 stations of the cross, culminating at the holiest shrine in Christendom, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Here Jesus Christ suffered, died, and rose again. The Grand Prior consults annually with the patriarchs in the Holy City, delivering donations from our Jerusalem Mite program. Tens of thousands of dollars support the work of the ancient denominations in Jerusalem, including the Greek Orthodox, the Anglicans, the Lutherans, led by Knight Templar and Bishop of the Holy Land, Munib Yunan. Bishop Yunan is president of the Lutheran Worldwide Federation and chaplain general of the Knights Templar International. A highlight of the pilgrimage is the convent and investiture to dub new knights in the preceptory of the Holy Land. At our core, Templars are charitable, nearly $500,000 annually is raised to do God's work. Supporting the orphanages of the Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul on the Mount of Olives. And at the creche in Bethlehem. Those who receive our gifts express deep gratitude that the Templars always come in person. Here at home, Templars regularly visit children's hospitals. Awarding the Knights Templar Medal of Courage to sick and injured children who need hope and prayer. Feeding the hungry, especially during the holidays. And supporting the less fortunate through our churches and our community service organizations. Through the centuries, the Knights Templar have served the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Is the Lord calling you? Be a soldier for Christ. Be a Knight Templar.